Oh, he already moved his max range. Duh. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I really do miss my old D&D group. I don't even live in the same state that the D&D group I played with resides in. And let's see, last time I played with those guys was 2004 or 2005. Might have been 2004 because everybody moved and no one kept in touch and whatnot. And Burning Barrage. But yeah, everybody knew moved. Nobody kept in touch, and that's when my World of Warcraft days started. And that's when my World of Warcraft days started. So basically, when my little gaming group, ended, that's when my PC gaming days began. Coincidence? I think not. But yeah, the tabletop group that I was a part of, for years, we did tabletop D&D, we did tabletop Shadowrun, we did Warhammer Fantasy, we did Warhammer 40k, we did oh man, there was this board game that was awesome. Trying to think what the name of it was. It was, oh, what was the name of it? It was basically it was a sci-fi game, but in order to create the starboard, everything was in hexagon shaped squares, which at this time, hexagons used all the time now, but at this time it was the only game that did that I was aware of. Is it Twilight Empires? Empires of the Twilight? Could that be the name of it? I'll describe what the game was, and then, if someone knows the answer, they can tell me, because I don't remember. But you built a star galaxy, and basically you chose your race, and your race had a specific planet attached to it. So everybody got the planet card. Your warrior sees the chamber shape itself into a different room. One that is dominated by a frozen fountain. There is something in the water held in one of the fountain's frozen fronds. The room itself is extremely cold, making movement or any kind of exertion extremely difficult. Nevertheless, there are many enemies in there, all keen to slay your warriors, no matter the environment. Whilst your warriors are in the dungeon, the extreme cold halves their movements. I, am really surprised that this group got the ice and not the fire. Probably shouldn't surprise me, but it does. But the game says I have a speedy group, and I guess I agree with them, because I use this. This was my farming group, and then when I was done farming, they cleared crap so fast because I had my farming down because I wanted to get done as fast as possible. And it's like, oh well, here's my group. They are more than just a farming group now. All right, don't get to kill him. But it's nice to know this little fountain has a purpose. I see this all the time in random dungeons, but I didn't really understand it. But if it's the ice fountain, it makes perfect sense now. Alright, in the turn. Bring it, savage orcs. Bring it. Night scared. But anyway, so talking about that game. So everyone had their planets of whatever race they picked, and so they got the planets and their battleships and all that good stuff. And they held on to that. And then there was a center of the board, and I can't remember if it was a sun or a black hole, but there was a specific start piece that was in the center. And then each player would randomly pick a upside down black map hex space. And then so round table, each player lays out the galaxy. So the players make their own galaxy, and then what it is it starts in the center, and then you have to go around and do the outside of the ring. You're always making a ring. You can't just like, oh, I'm going to do the galaxy straight out in one direction. You have to go rings around it, and then after you do the rings, then the player gets to decide where he wants to stick his planet at. But it was really neat, and you had some really unique mechanics going for it, and I really liked it. I've not played it since then, though. I want to say, I can't remember if there was 8 of us or 10 of us that played it. And then, like, also, when I'm saying, I was a part of a group of guys, I mean, I'm not talking like, we all just showed up at the game shop and played at the game shop and whatnot. No, we met at the basement of one of the guys' house. And so we all would go over to their house and be in the basement, and we had gaming nights all the time. Almost any night was a gaming night, but Friday night was a little different. And the reason why Friday night was a little different was one person, it was their job to bring pizza. One person was their job to bring snacks. One person was their job to bring Mountain Dew. And so once a week, if it was your turn to get the pizza, you bought the pizza. If it was your turn to get the soda, you got the soda. If it was your turn to get the snacks, you got the snacks. And if you wanted to bring anything else, you could. And I mean, we were a big group. At times, there would be 12 of us over there. So only 3 people are responsible of providing stuff for everyone, and we each took a turn. And so, in a 1-month period, everyone would, eventually everyone would have brought something in that 1 month, but you only had to bring one thing. And we did that weekly, and that was just great because, in those weeks where you paid your bills and whatnot, you didn't have any money. You could still come and you could still get something, and then on those weeks where you had the money but someone else didn't, then you got to be the hero. All right, we got the hero of Averland done. So let's travel back. We've got 102,095. Munzig. Was there anything in the Munzig markets that I wanted? No, it's potion. Alright, what is this? +1 max wounds passively damages enemy magic users. That's kind of cool. Grey Wizard doesn't need it. And that gives one max wound. I really think he's going to be the only one that is going to have a real need for it. Gives one max wound, passively damages enemy magic users. Yeah. We'll just give it to him and then we'll sell that one. Because I don't have a use for it at all. And then, you know, I kept thinking that maybe I'd have a use for any of that, you know. I don't know. I'll still hang on to that stuff. But yeah, there's no... My golds are my golds. They're not going to change, so I don't need that. I mean, heck, I just threw them on that one guy because, you know, he didn't have a whole lot. Alright, so we got all the quests done, but there's still this area over here. So I'm going to travel to cities until there's a random event, because there was a random event that unlocked those other two major dungeon quests that I did. So I imagine there's going to be a random unlock for this as well, and it's got a little bit more to it than just high deck. Go adventuring. Yeah, I'm not even looking to see what the other things are. The Palace of Ice. Whilst on the road, the mysterious wooden box left by the underwater starts to knock, as if there's someone inside desperately trying to get out. It's unnerving, and so the adventurers cautiously put the box in the ground and open it up with the tip of a sword. No demon coalesces from smoke, no djinn of Arabia springs from the box. Instead is a rolled up parchment lying against the velvet lining, no different to how the underwriter has been contacting your group over the past weeks. Balthazar Arcadis unrolls the parchment and starts to read. Despite failures, Despite failures, I've elected your ragtag group to represent me in this most prestigious of undertakings. There is a place of ice in the snow-bound reaches of the Black Mountains. Within lies an item of great beauty, a large crystal. I need you to find the prize and bring it to me. Directions to the palace are noted below. Do not fail me in this more than any other, for my client is not one to forget such bad form. I'll be in contact again shortly. Yours, the underwriter. Underneath his neat, considered script is a small map showing where the Palace of Ice should be located. It is many days' travel from your current location in the wilderness, and so far away from civilization as you can get. Alright, the Palace of Ice. Well, that's not like it's that far away. Huh. So the Palace of Ice doesn't necessarily open this up. Maybe could they be working on this? I honestly don't know. Alright. So there's the Palace of Ice. Nope, can't get it from there. Just kind of curious. What are...